breakfast biscuits and Now biscuits.
Senior economist on inflation in PNG. Cyril Gares defamatory case dismissed. And Anga MPs reaffirmed support. A very good evening. This is National EMTV News. I'm Natasha Ravoy. Thank you for joining us. The Asian Development Bank has hosted a discussion session for its flagship economic publication today in Port Moresby to discuss ADB's updated growth and inflation focus for economic development in Asia and the Pacific for 2025 and 2026.
While giving an update on the economy for PNG, a senior economist said the non-resource sector has seen improvements unlike before.
One thing I would like to sort of point out over here is the importance of non-resource sector that is like really coming into the PNG's economy, and we are, I mean, this is still too early, but we hope if that could be continued, it will help to sort of gain the momentum in some of the shocks.
He also said PNG expects an economic growth. However, inflation on stuff that matters to the lives of people are high in the likes of food, clothing and health services.
In the inflation basket, but critical some of the like food, clothing, health services inflation, which really matters to people, those are still high. So when we see the debate between the core inflation, headline inflation, so I think that's where this is coming from, in the range of 5 to 6% in all these the critical sectors as well.
During the discussions, questions were raised by participants. One was on PNG being graylisted. The country director for Asian Development Bank said this is a serious issue and it needs collaboration by stakeholders to make sure PNG is not being graylisted come February 2026.
I see, there's a lot of heads of development agencies, ambassadors here, head of bilateral agencies. I do really urge that all of us together, work hand in hand with the government to try to sort of see how much we can reduce, let's say, the actions that PNG will have to take, when they get into the grey list.
He further added on the impacts that this will have on PNG's economy.
Implication of a country in the grey list is that obviously there's a reputational risk, but also that the cost of doing business will be higher. Cross-border transactions will take longer. So this will, I think, have some impact to the economy. And basically, there's an IMF study that sort of shows that capital inflows will decline by a certain percentage.
Another speaker, Kaukab Navi, while addressing the forum, said the tariff that has been implemented by US will not have a direct impact to PNG. Samantha Solomon, National EMTV News.
Governor for Bank of PNG has cited that the Financial Action Task Force have evaluated the banking systems of PNG in 2024 in their mutual evaluation report, and the results were disappointing. The Global Money Laundering and Terrorist Financing Watchdog have identified that PNG needs to implement an effective anti-money laundering framework.
In October of last year, the Financial Action Task Force conducted the Mutual Evaluation Report, or MER, globally for all banking businesses. For PNG, Governor Elizabeth Ganias said 2 critical areas were assessed.
We were assessed in 2 critical areas: our technical compliance with our AML framework and our effectiveness in enforcing it. PNG scored extremely low ratings on both our effectiveness and technical compliance, indicating substantial shortcomings with enforcing anti-money laundering measures.
Ms. Genia said the evaluation report have identified that PNG is challenged with proper coordination across government agencies, prosecution and recovery of assets. She said in response, PNG has formed a national coordination committee comprising of all government agencies.
And over the recent months, we have been working on increased coordination and cooperation. And we have until October of this year to fully address the issues raised in the mutual evaluation. FATF's mutual evaluation report makes it very clear that our greatest challenges lie in enforcement, specifically with the relatively low number of successful prosecutions and minimal recovery of assets.
She further stated that it is encouraging to see the anti-corruption agency like ICAC in the picture to target and dismantle illegal networks and enforce accountability.
But when assets do end up overseas, it is important for FATF to see tangible evidence of PNG cooperating effectively with our overseas financial intelligence counterparts so that we can work with them to trace these assets and ensure we get them back.
Louis Maingu, National EMTV News.
Meanwhile, Elizabeth Genia indicated that if these problems are not resolved, PNG will end up on the grey list.
If we don't address these problems and address them quickly, we will end up on the grey list, and that is a place where no country wants to find itself. Once grey listed, it will take years of dedicated effort to be removed from it. It will damage our reputation internationally. Transactions to facilitate trade flows will attract more scrutiny. It will lead to increased costs of doing businesses, and it will, of course, discourage foreign investments. We need to urgently build capacity and adequately resource our law enforcement agencies, particularly the police and prosecutors, by providing them with the resources, skills, and tools necessary to effectively prosecute white-collar crime. ICAC needs to be fully supported, and we need to continue to improve on the coordination between our government agencies so that together we can tackle the scourge of corruption. The cost, and I cannot emphasize that more, the cost of ending up on the grey list will be a high one for Papua New Guinea. Let's address these challenges and take action now while we can. In a few short months, it'll be too late.
Westpac has announced the appointment of the new Chief Executive Officer for Papua New Guinea, Andrew Cairns.
The Westpac Pacific Managing Director Emma Lowe said she is delighted to officially welcome Andrew Cairns as Chief Executive Officer of Westpac PNG. Andrew is a seasoned Chief Executive with 20 years' experience leading growth, innovation and operational optimization with a strong focus on developing people. Reflecting on Westpac's deep history and connection with PNG, Andrew describes joining the team as an enormous privilege. Westpac looks forward to this new chapter under Andrew's leadership, building on a strong foundation to create lasting value for customers, employees and stakeholders. Nicole Rama, National EMTV News.
The Waigani Grade 5 Court has struck out a defamatory publication case against freelance journalist Cyril Gare, citing police indecisiveness and ambiguity in the charges laid.
Magistrate Alfred Daniels delivered a ruling, noting that the case was dismissed due to the failure of police to clearly define the nature of the allegations and establish the essential elements of the offense. As a result, the court ordered the refund of Gare's 3,000 kina bail. Gare was arrested and charged on June 17, 2024 under Section 21, Subsection 2 of the Cybercrime Act 2016 with one count of defamatory publication. The charge followed a complaint lodged by Livestock Development Corporation Managing Director Terry Coim. The complaint stemmed from a news article published by Gare on April 18, 2022, which quoted statements made by then Acting Secretary for the Department of Agriculture and Livestock, Stephen Mombi. Koim claimed the article contained slanderous content. However, instead of pursuing legal action against Mombi, the person who allegedly made the defamatory remarks, Koim directed his complaint at the journalist who published the statements. Gare was invited by police from the Internal Investigation Unit, not the Cybercrime Division, for a record of interview over the King's birthday weekend in June 2024. He was later arrested and charged the same day. Legal experts have pointed out that individuals aggrieved by media publications have several remedies available to them, including requesting a retraction or public apology, demanding a rebuttal, holding a press conference or direct interview to share their side of the story. Such avenues are typically encouraged in journalism before legal proceedings are considered. The court's decision has been viewed by some as a significant moment for press freedom in Papua New Guinea, highlighting the importance of protecting journalists who report in the public interest. James Guken, National EMTV News.
A woman has been formally charged with manslaughter following a fatal road incident that claimed the life of a 26-year-old woman along Papa Lealea Road in Central Province.
According to police reports, Rakanope, 46 of Vairavanwa village in Abau district, Central Province, was allegedly involved in a tragic motor vehicle accident on the morning of September 29, 2024, after a night out at Lamana Club. The victim, Kini Nope, was reportedly seated in the back of a black Toyota vehicle driven by the defendant when she allegedly fell out of the moving vehicle and sustained severe injuries. It is alleged that the driver, Rakanope, did not immediately seek medical help. Instead, she took the victim home and failed to report the incident to the police within the mandatory 24-hour window. The victim was only taken to Port Moresby General Hospital the next day by her older sister. Unfortunately, she succumbed to her injuries on October 4, 2024 at approximately 2:20 p.m. The incident remained unreported until the victim's biological father reported it to the Central Highway Patrol Police Base on November 28, 2024. Police later arrested Rakanope on March 19, 2025, and for failing to report a traffic accident within 24 hours as required under Section 33 subsection J of the Road Traffic Authority Act. She was formally arraigned today in court. Her case is adjourned to May 12, 2025. James Guken, National EMTV News.
National EMTV News continues after the break. Stay with us.
Attention all students, parents and schools. The Smart Start School promotion is back for 2025. Your school could win a school grant worth 44,000 kina. Here's how. Collect 3 empty packets of Smart Start breakfast biscuits, write your name, number and school on an envelope, put the empty packets inside and drop them into an entry box at a registered school. The school with the highest number of valid entries in each region wins. 1,000 consolation prizes are also up for grabs. Register your school now with Paradise Foods Limited. Smart Start breakfast biscuit, proudly made by Paradise Foods.
You get big data and big value with Telecom Good Pillar mobile data plans. From only 3 kina, you get 1 gig for 24 hours. And for only 150 kina, you get 130 gigs over a whopping 30 days. And with loads of Good Pillar data plans to choose from, there's a small, medium or large plan to match your budget. Dial *777# to subscribe. Telecom, connecting you anywhere, anytime.
Hi, I'm Chef Jules Henao, and this is where my true inspiration for cooking started. Like most of us, I learned to cook from my mum. Nothing beats simple recipes where fresh local produce is at the heart, especially when it's a home-cooked meal, prepared and shared with the ones you love. And in PNG, no meal is complete without rice. And my choice is always True Guy. True Guy, true inspiration through generations.
Oh, 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 oh. Meet the bank for everyone, everywhere. As People's Microbank, we were proud to be a bank for the people. Now as National Banking Corporation, we are bringing modern banking to all in Papua New Guinea. With more branches and our friendly staff ready to assist you in more places, we are making money matters simple and fair. So wherever you are, however you say it, say hello better banking. Learn more at nbcpng.com.pg.
Join us weekly on MTV News, A Closer Look, the current affairs program that brings you insight for the latest on education, health,
appealing to all the residents.
Business,
BPNG launched its BPNG,
politics,
to infiltrate into our systems,
sports, and more.
As we observe the preparations for the women's.
A Closer Look, Sunday at 7 p.m. on your number one to watch, MTV.
You're watching National MTV News. The former Prime Minister and member for Yalibu Pangia, Peter O'Neill, in a press conference said all social and economic indicators are showing that the country is not okay.
Member for Yalibu Pangia during a press conference today said both social and economic indicators are showing that the government is not performing.
It shows that our country is not performing well, not only in the region but globally. We have a very decline in education standards. Our health services are almost non-existent. It is a poor delivery service to many of our communities and of course towns and cities throughout the country. There is a complete breakdown on law and order in many parts of our country, and that is evident by the number of criminal activities and crimes that are committed that has been reported daily on the media and social media. Despite the good fortunes that they have enjoyed, it is not performing and it is not delivering to the expectations of our people. Now, it's not only social indicators, it's also economic indicators.
He further added on the budget that has been passed every year. O'Neill further said what everybody wants is a change, and it can be one from Pangu Party.
This Pangu Party itself, we are happy for them to make a change internally. There are many good leaders in there, but they must stand up and make a stand for the country.
Adding on to that, the provincial member for Isipik, Alan Baird, had this to say.
The Pangu reputation and the Pangu brand. It started off really well. There were so many really good promises, and I think all of us, including myself, we were hopeful that those promises would be fulfilled. But I think when you make one promise and then there's a promise, current again, and you go add narbla promise and narbla promise. And I think the expectations of Papua New Guineans have gotten to a point where they were expecting some of them to be fulfilled.
Whilst noting what the country is going through, Governor Baird questioned the members who are still supporting the current regime.
Coming back to our friends in Pangu Party, I'm still unbelievable now. What are you going to do about it? Pangu, you can protect your legacy. Suppose you decide you play Magi Momla Man na come. I'm sure they can come and talk to Sir Peter. Mibla opposition, Mibla no gat number. We are just here to voice the people's cry. That's our job. Our job is to respond to the people. When the people have an issue, that's when the opposition voices their concern. And we've been doing it. Okay? The responsibility of changing government is the responsibility of every single member of parliament. Sing out them, stop under you.
Samantha Solomon, National MTV News.
Meanwhile, the former Prime Minister raised concerns on foreign investors, saying some are leaving the country.
We have almost zero foreign direct investment in the country in the 6 years. Not many countries in the world go through that, except we are experiencing that. When you have no new foreign direct investment, that means that you have no growth in the private sector, and there's no opportunity for employment. And this has now, of course, led to low business confidence in the country. When there's low business confidence, you now have businesses now shutting down. And recently we've seen Fletcher Morobe, a company that has been here for 70 years, shut down. When businesses shut down, that means people are laid off. They've got no jobs, no income for their families.
4 members of parliament from Anga province have publicly declared their unwavering support for Prime Minister James Marape and the Marape Rosso government in light of the anticipated vote of no confidence motion in parliament.
In a joint statement, said John Pundari, Kompiam Ambum MP, Miki Kayok Wapenamanda MP, Amos Akem Lagaip MP and Don Polia Kandep MP reaffirmed their coalition with Prime Minister James Marape, citing the government's investments in Anga province's education and health infrastructure. The MPs also acknowledged the new Pogera mine arrangement, which they say is aimed to provide greater returns to landowners and the provincial government. They say the partnership between Anga provincial government and the national government has seen positive outcomes in business development, infrastructure grants, and the resettlement of landowners from Pogera mine. The MPs commended the partnership between PM Marape and Anga Governor Sir Peter Ipatas for contributing to the province's progressive development. However, they noted that Governor Ipatas independently sought support for the vote of no confidence motion without consulting other Anga leaders, with the exception of the Wabek MP. They say they respect the governor's decision as a leader, but it was made without broader consent. Calling on Sir Peter to reconsider his stance and rejoin the government, the MPs emphasized that their decision to remain with the Marape Rosso government was made in the best interest of their electorates and the province. In response to this statement, here's what Sir Peter had to say.
The Angans didn't ask me to be nominated. People's Party didn't ask me to be nominated. It was a collective decision. I respected on behalf of the country because the country needs change.
Yes.
So, I will be here. I will follow the court order, and I've asked everybody, including those members from Anga, to make a conscious decision. If they feel that Anga and the country is okay, fine. I've got nothing against the Honorable James Marape. Vote for him.
James Guken, National MTV News.
Principal Deputy Assistant Secretary of the Bureau of Energy Resources, Kimberly Harrington, arrived to PNG this week to meet with the government officials and mining industry heads. This is to see the business investments for America that exist in PNG.
Arriving this week from Washington, the U.S. Embassy held a press conference for Kimberly Harrington. The ambassador for U.S. to PNG, Anne-Marie Yastishok, emphasized on what mineral potential PNG possesses and how U.S. companies are actively involved in mining projects, contributing to the exploration development of the PNG's rich mineral resources.
Papua New Guinea possesses immense mineral potential that can drive significant economic growth and community benefits locally. U.S. companies are actively involved in mining projects, contributing to the exploration and development of the country's rich mineral resources, including gold, copper, and nickel. This not only supports the economic growth of Papua New Guinea, but also helps the U.S. support critical industries, including energy and defense.
Kimberly Harrington highlighted that it is important to have a good investment climate to attract world-class companies.
That's really important to think about going forward, is making sure Papua New Guinea, or really any country that wants to have a big mining industry, you really need to have a good investment climate to attract world-class Tier 1 companies. So that means putting in place regulations and laws that both, give back to local communities and make sure people are benefiting from these investments, but also make sure that the country is competitive on a global scale.
Ms. Harrington concluded the conference by congratulating PNG on its 50th celebration coming up. Nicole Rama, National MTV News.
Prime Minister James Marape has acknowledged the PNG tourism sector and described it as the potential massive economy transformer.
Speaking during the PNG National Tourism Conference and Expo at the Hilton Hotel yesterday, Prime Minister James Marape said tourism, along with agriculture and fisheries, has the great ability to transform the country's economy. Marape encouraged greater collaboration and cooperation in the tourism sector to enable positive and effective progress. He also acknowledged the Tourism Minister Beldanama for fully tapping into international tourism markets in Southeast Asia and the Pacific region as a whole. Whilst outlining his government's plan to support tourism in the country, the Prime Minister highlighted that the Connect PNG program has made significant progress since 2019, where it connected most remote parts in the country. He further stressed that the tourism market in neighboring countries like Australia, New Zealand, Fiji and Indonesia is huge, which PNG can easily tap into it given its unique geographical locations between Southeast Asia and Pacific. Samantha Solomon, National MTV News.
PNG will have an embassy in Thailand. This comes after the ambassador of the Kingdom of Thailand to PNG welcomed plans by the PNG government to open the embassy in Bangkok. Her Excellency Ms. Ajari Shriratanaban welcomed the plan, calling it a major milestone. This was expressed during her visit to the Foreign Affairs Minister Justin Kachenko. Her Excellency noted that things are progressing well in terms of formalities to establish the embassy, as approval for the land location has been given. It was noted that in the area of cooperation, Thailand can expand opportunities for economic and trade investment, cooperation in agriculture and fisheries, disaster management, climate change, and tourism, among others. Minister Kachenko, while welcoming the ambassador and her delegation, called their visit timely, with the opening of the new embassy anticipated in the coming months. The minister said the new embassy in Bangkok will strengthen PNG and Thailand's bilateral and economic ties. And now we take a look at the NESFAN market report. The kina closed lower at $0.2459 in the interbank market. At Bank South Pacific, your kina was buying $0.2384, 0.3854 Australian dollars, 0.2098 euro, and 34.78 Japanese yen. Looking at commodity prices at New York close, gold is trading higher, coffee closed lower, cocoa closed higher, copper closed unchanged, palm oil closed lower, crude oil is trading higher, and copper closed lower. On the stock market, the Dow Jones closed higher, the ASX 200 is trading higher, and the All Ordinaries is trading higher. National MTV News continues after the break. Stay with us.
Share the love with Gullah Ice Cream, Gullah Cone Ice Creams, Gullah Stick Ice Creams, and Gullah Classic Tub Ice Creams. Happiness begins with the Gullah range of fun flavors which create taste adventures and excitement with every bite. Treat yourself. Share with a friend while chilling. The whole family will enjoy. Everyone has their favorite. Which one is yours? Share the love with Gullah Ice Creams. Gullah, Gullah, yum.
Dear son, you ask me how I live such a good life. Yes, I've had some good luck.
like the day I met your mother. But it wasn't always that way. I've made some good choices too, like working hard and keeping my super with NAS Fund. They looked after it for me, which meant I could concentrate on looking after my family, living each day knowing that when the time came, I'd be ready for tomorrow. Love, Dad.
Hi, I'm Chef Jules Henao, and this is where my true inspiration for cooking started. Like most of us, I learned to cook from my mum. Nothing beats simple recipes where fresh local produce is at the heart, especially when it's a home-cooked meal, prepared and shared with the ones you love. And in PNG, no meal is complete without rice. And my choice is always True Guy. True Guy, true inspiration through generations.
Enjoy more talk, more text, and more time online with Telecom More Bundles. Choose from 8 plans ranging from 3 kina with 600 megabytes of data all the way up to 75 kina, loaded with a massive 35 gig. Best of all, each plan comes with an unlimited on-network call minutes plus on-net and off-net talk and text. That's way more time to chat with family and friends. Telecom More Bundles. Top up now.
Meet the bank for everyone, everywhere. As People's Microbank, we were proud to be a bank for the people. Now as National Banking Corporation, we are bringing modern banking to all in Papua New Guinea. With more branches and our friendly staff ready to assist you in more places, we are making money matters simple and fair. So wherever you are, however you say it, say hello better banking. Learn more at nbcpng.com.pg.
Tonight on Sports Scene, Will Genia and Brian Anissa join us on set to chat about the Operation Open Heart Gala Dinner, the Capital Rugby Union season launch, and Team PNG Junior weightlifters prepare for Oceania Championships. Sports Scene tonight at 7 p.m. on your number one to watch, MTV.
You're watching National MTV News. The Institute of Business Studies University held its 5th graduation today that saw 202 students graduate.
The 201 students graduated with bachelor and diploma in accounting and finance, business and management, economic and development studies, information technology, and associate degrees and diplomas.
That's mainly focused towards to enhance the quality of the delivery by IBS University. And furthermore, I can able to say this is the first university in PNG getting ISO 9001:2015 certification for international quality standards. So that focus mainly towards making the delivery on par with international standards.
Institute of Business Studies University Vice Chancellor said IBSU is the first university in the country to conduct marking of its examination papers overseas and not in Papua New Guinea.
We are having a plan to introduce the Masters in Leadership and Strategic Management as well as a Bachelor of Education major in Digital Learning. These are 2 courses currently we are working on that. Most probably will be introduced from the beginning of next year.
It revealed that IBSU will be introducing new courses in the following year.
During COVID period, we suffered a little bit, but after that, the number of enrollments are increasing. Comparing with the last year, this year, very good number of enrollment. So currently, we are having totally 1,426 students enrolled this year. And we are having a plan to construct 2 more buildings. One building specifically for School of Accounting, and another building, Innovation Center, which is having a lot of additional facilities for the students.
The Vice Chancellor said the school aims to increase the number of student population. Malinta Yopolo, National MTV News.
Meanwhile, Jeremiah Babaga, a graduate from the School of Business and Finance, acknowledged the media today for their role in writing stories that attract sponsors of unfortunate youths that cannot afford tertiary education.
Today marked an achievement that could have not transpired for Jeremiah Babaga, who graduated with a Bachelor in Accounting and Finance and also gave a response speech at the graduation.
The school fee was 24,200 at that time, within 1 year, and then with my mom's annual income with 1,000 kina, I definitely know that I will not continue. So my studies will stop there. It was January back then, so post Korea, Rebecca, Kuku and the team, they were looking for some they want to do some back to school stories and so forth. So gave in my story, and then Rebecca put it align it in order and then put it. And then the next day it was so attractive to many Papua New Guineans, including the Sam Ignatius, the founder of this university. So on that same day, because I didn't give my number to the team, so founder Sam Ignatius called the Post Korea, and he asked them to come and get my number. He wanted to give me a scholarship.
Mr. Babaga said after completing high school at Kwikila Secondary School in 2020, he had received an offer from the Southern Cross University at IBSU. However, following his research on the fee structures, he turned down the offer.
He didn't pay 64,000 same time at the same year, but he just paid 8,000 for the first semester, and he wants me to perform to the best of my ability in order for me to continue in the next semester is according to my performance from the previous semester. Yeah, so for this 4 years, I made it through. And
he said the founder's scholarship came with a condition of not getting a pass on the transcript, and that was one of the greatest challenges for him.
After completing my studies, I take that same photo of the Post Korea and then put it in the LinkedIn, and then I put my bio down. I wrote my bio down, and then in the LinkedIn as well, BSP Financial Group, they reached me out on LinkedIn, they emailed me, I sent my papers, and then I was accepted. So I worked with them for 4 months. And then later, the founder of IBS University said Thailand, and then he called me, and then he said, would you come back? So he offered me 1 2-bedroom unit here, and then I'm working here with the finance department.
He said the media had played a vital role in enhancing his life. Malinta Yopolo, National EMTV News.
In a significant event for the Catholic community in the Highlands region, the transition ceremony of the Archbishop of Mount Hagen Diocese took place recently at Rugby in Western Highlands Province.
The ceremony was attended by Pope's representatives, Cardinal John Ribat, Islands region bishops, priests, high Catholic delegates, local leaders, and the Catholic community in the islands who gathered to witness this important transition. Outgoing Archbishop Most Reverend Douglas Young said it has been honored to serve as the Archbishop of Mount Hagen for 25 years, as he had confidence by passing on this responsibility to the incoming Archbishop Clement Papa. He further thanked all who have supported him through his education and his 25 years of work in mission in the country. He thanked the 3 popes for his appointment in work and accepting his resignation.
We talk thank you long triple Pope who said he been look out in me on this work mission. People talk thank you long Pope John Paul II, and we've been marking me also an auxiliary bishop long Mount Hagen. People talk thank you long Pope Benedict XVI, and we've been marking me also an Archbishop long Mount Hagen. Now people talk thank you long Pope Francis, and we've been accepting resignation long me long this work.
He expressed deep gratitude for the support he received during his tenure, which spanned in 25 years as Archbishop of Mount Hagen. Meanwhile, the new incoming Archbishop Clement Papa expressed his feelings as it will be a challenge for him as a new Archbishop of Mount Hagen Diocese.
One player yet, this was something he come to me in a long chair on Archdiocese from Mount Hagen. Only making them here too. Only something he making me pray through. meeting kami kisim ligtan ng sawe ng walk ng bishop kami kisim appointment ng May kami ng kama bishop ng August liglig after so long me round kami now me change so me stop full in charge ng archdiocese now kada sampai area through long short time me too thinking kami and me sa too loud more than something about now the true of German.
He adds the local leaders, Catholic business houses, and the community members to support him through his new role. Edward Luke, National MTV News, Mount Hagen.
An Niugini Boeing 767 flight traveling from Port Moresby to Brisbane, Australia yesterday morning had to return to Port Moresby after a crack occurred in the pilot's windshield.
The windshield crack appeared approximately 40 minutes into the flight, and Captain Lawrence Koyama and First Officer Toya Ehuni made the decision to return to base. The aircraft landed safely, passengers disembarked and were later reboarded onto another aircraft, which departed at 11:05 for Brisbane. Niugini's engineers have replaced the cracked windshield and the aircraft is back in service. The Niugini team commanded Captain Koyama and First Officer Honi, as well as Purser Jenny Banasi and the entire operating crew of PX-003 for their level-headedness and professionalism under challenging circumstances. Niugini also extended its gratitude to the valued customers for their understanding and cooperation, as safety remains Niugini's top priority across the entire operations. Samantha Solomon, National MTV News.
The Sepik River Crocodile Festival and Arts Society announced to host its 3-day annual festival show starting from August 5th to the 7th of this year.
Sepik River Crocodile Festival and Arts Society Secretary Jacob Marek says the 3-day show will focus on uniting the diverse cultures in the Sepik region.
Unite our diverse culture from the Sepik region as a whole. And normally, annually we draw 50 to minimum of 50 participants of culture groups from various districts. I mean, in Sepik we have 6 districts, so those are the ones we targeted.
Mark said the Crocodile Festival and Arts Society had captured an international market through its marketing with the Tourism Promotion Authority, adding that it had interested the region to participate more.
Marketing through Tourism Promotion Authority, we also captured the international market concerning the tourism and all this. And on the ground is like the people are very happy and they try to be well organized and also interested to bring their things also, like artifacts and all this. So everyone are benefiting locally and to district and provincial level to national. So that's why we're here to market the festival.
Society's President Joseph Sukwinomp shared similar sentiments and said that the society embraces environment conservation that include plant and animal species in the Sepik region. Nicole Rama, National MTV News.
National MTV News continues after the break with Trukai Sports. Stay with us.
Dear son, you ask me how I live such a good life. Yes, I've had some good luck. like the day I met your mother. But it wasn't always that way. I've made some good choices too, like working hard and keeping my super with NASFAN. They looked after it for me, which meant I could concentrate on looking after my family, living each day knowing that when the time came, I'd be ready for tomorrow. Love, Dad.
Are you tired of standing in those long lines to get your jackpot tickets? Guess what? You never have to with Telecom USSD jackpot ticket purchase. Simply dial *321#, follow the prompts, and you are set for your jackpot draw. It's as easy as 3, 2, 1. Telecom PNG, connecting you anywhere, anytime.
Hi, I'm Chef Jules Henao, and this is where my true inspiration for cooking started. Like most of us, I learned to cook from my mum. Nothing beats simple recipes where fresh local produce is at the heart, especially when it's a home-cooked meal, prepared and shared with the ones you love. And in PNG, no meal is complete without rice. And my choice is always Crocodile. Crocodile, true inspiration through generations.
It's becoming increasingly more important to deal with money laundering and countering terrorist financing.
Join us every Monday nights at 7 p.m. for In Focus, your weekly news and current affairs talk show, which presents in-depth commentaries, discussions, and analysis of the major current affairs issues in Papua New Guinea and in the region.
Areas involving politically exposed persons, reporting of suspicious transactions.
The trend is that we have been seeing increasing number of kidney diseases, ones where we can treat and then they recover.
There are existence of clandestine laboratories illicitly producing crystal meth.
Every Monday nights at 7 p.m.
Critques Sports.
Welcome to Critques Sports. As part of the 2025 season launch of the PNG National Rugby League competition, the 12 captains of each of the teams were assigned to interact with the media in a press conference recently in Port Moresby.
General Manager for Pathways and Performance, Tony Archer, stated that the PNG National Rugby League competition is an important piece for the development of 2028 NRL team. He said the clubs play a very important role in developing youths who connect to rugby league. Archer highlighted that this is an opportunity for the media to interact with the 12 captains.
Our clubs play a really important part in the development of every young man and every young lady in this country to connect to rugby league, to ensure that they're better people by being involved in a better sport and for a better country and a better nation, most importantly. So for us, the opportunity is for you media to start to get to know and understand the clubs and understand the captains who are the leaders of their very important pathway clubs.
The 2024 Premiership winner for the Copenhagen Eagles, Captain Henry Wan, stated that they have a new coach for the team and noted improvements they hope to take on.
We have a new coach. Our last year coach has left. We have a new coach, so our improvements, basically we've been the first last year, most of our games from last year, when we look at it, most of our second half games, the second 40, we didn't play like to the standard where we first half 40 blow me play. So now we're trying to, second 40 blow me play select game performance blow me play have play good the first 40, but second 40 and me plus a drop really so. Me plus work on toto client coach come in and toto stressing really loads the second 40, so you make an improvement in game balance, plan level, stuff all throughout the 80 minutes.
Represented at the conference was the Agma Gurias, Asila Wagitumbe, Bintago Goro Kalahanis, Gas Resource Central Dabaris, Kimbe Kata, Pronton Hela Wigman, KMHL Engamiox, Lacenex Tigers, PRK Galvesau, PRK Mandy Muruks, and Wamga Mount Hagen Eagles. Nicole Rama, Trukai Sports.
The PNG Boxing Union has received support from key sponsors to host the 2025 Crocodile Cup Challenge to be held on April 19th at the Lamana Hotel in Port Moresby.
The key sponsors that came on board were Kumul Minerals Holdings Limited, National Finance Limited and Lamana Hotel. During the event today, PNG Boxing Union President Dr. Gideon Kendeno acknowledged the key sponsors.
Event sponsor is Kumul Minerals Holdings. They'll be our major sponsors of our event for the next 4 years, starting this year. Our other major sponsors and been sponsored from day one since 2016 is Lamana Hotel, and would like to say thank you to our other major sponsor is National Finance and is represented by Ms. Monica Sariman.
Lamana General Manager Jackie Simons said boxing is a growing sport and it needs support.
It's great being in the venue here because we believe in helping the younger community go international with the sport, and because there's not too much support, official support by the government, we think that it's down to the business houses to support our participants. And also this Saturday, well not this Saturday, next Saturday, the 19th, we're looking forward to seeing the Australians come up from New South Wales.
Support have been given in a very humble way to enable male and female boxing in PNG. National Finance Senior Manager Monica Sariman also shared same sentiments.
National Finance values aligns with PNG boxing's drive for excellence and medal-winning performances. And we are passionate, we are excited to support our female boxers, most especially our women, because we all know that boxing is a sport that does not promote healthy mind and healthy body, but it also provides a base for self-defense, especially for women and girls.
General Secretary Martin Leary added that more government support is needed to raise the PNG flag in global arenas. Jonathan Sibona, Trukai Sports.
Trukai Sports continues after the break. Stay with us.
Trukai Sports.
Accept the challenge. Choose PNG's favorite purified bottled water. True Wara, 100% PNG made.
Proudly bottled by Paradise Foods.
Meet the bank for everyone, everywhere. As People's Microbank, we were proud to be a bank for the people. Now as National Banking Corporation, we are bringing modern banking to all in Papua New Guinea. With more branches and our friendly staff ready to assist you in more places, we are making money matters simple and fair. So wherever you are, however you say it, say hello better banking. Learn more at nbcpng.com.pg.
You get big data and big value with Telecom Good Pillar mobile data plans. From only 3 kina, you get 1 gig for 24 hours. And for only 150 kina, you get 130 gigs over a whopping 30 days. And with loads of Good Pillar data plans to choose from, there's a small, medium or large plan to match your budget. Dial *777# to subscribe. Telecom, connecting you anywhere, anytime.
Dear son, you ask me how I live such a good life. Yes, I've had some good luck. like the day I met your mother. But it wasn't always that way. I've made some good choices too, like working hard and keeping my super with NASFAN. They looked after it for me, which meant I could concentrate on looking after my family, living each day knowing that when the time came, I'd be ready for tomorrow. Love, Dad.
Join me on House and Home for all your home and lifestyle improvements.
It's not rocket science. And many of these things too, I didn't go to school, I teach myself.
From Hot Talk Mom, health and fitness, interest stories, gardening tips, out and about, pet care, and many more. Join me every Tuesday 7 p.m. on your number one to watch, MTV.
Hi, I'm Chef Jules Hennell, and this is where my true inspiration for cooking started. Like most of us, I learned to cook from my mum. Nothing beats simple recipes where fresh local produce is at the heart, especially when it's a home-cooked meal, prepared and shared with the ones you love. And in PNG, no meal is complete without rice. And my choice is always True Guy. True Guy, true inspiration through generations.
You're watching Crocodile Sports. The NRL in PNG's League Belong Life program hosted a school holiday clinic yesterday for participants at the Waigani Christian College in the nation's capital. A total of 78 students from various schools in the nation's capital braved the early downpour, turning up as early as 8 a.m. to take part in the clinic. Students that attended were from Waigani Christian College, including Destiny Transformation Primary, Gateway Christian Primary, Coronation Primary, and St. Teresa Primary School. League Belong Life Game Development Officer Miss Lancy Lucky said the special event was designed to keep children occupied during the term break. The on-field activities were tied in with key messages that promoted education as a priority, instilling positive life values centered on respect, healthy habits, including gender equality and social cohesion. Overseeing the clinic rollout on his school field was senior teacher Mr. Avosa, an advocate of the program. Mr. Avosa said he was pleased with the turnout of students from the various schools, particularly during the term break. He said this is an opportunity for children to not only have fun, but also learn valuable life skills to help become good citizens in future. League Belong Life is a sport for development initiative supported by the Australian government through the Team Up program. The League Belong Life is run in partnership with the PNG Rugby Football League, the National Department of Education, and the Australian National Rugby League. Now moving to overseas sports. In the NRL, the Bulldogs have emerged as premiership front-runners. Their 5-and-deuce start to the season is the best in 32 years.
Wooden Spooners, just 4 years ago, the players have been buoyed by the renewed fan support after many lean years.
I feel like the past 2 years, the Bulldogs fans have really come back on board and it's really driving us.
And that ends Crocodile Sports. The Morning Plus weather report is next. Stay with us.
Crocodile Sports. Crocodile Sports.
Hi, I'm Chef Jules Hennell, and this is where my true inspiration for cooking started. Like most of us, I learned to cook from my mum. Nothing beats simple recipes where fresh local produce is at the heart, especially when it's a home-cooked meal, prepared and shared with the ones you love. And in PNG, no meal is complete without rice. And my choice is always True Guy. True Guy, true inspiration through generations.
Enjoy more talk, more text, and more time online with Telecom More Bundles. Choose from 8 plans ranging from 3 kina with 600 megabytes of data all the way up to 75 kina, loaded with a massive 35 gig. Best of all, each plan comes with an unlimited on-network call minutes plus on-net and off-net talk and text. That's way more time to chat with family and friends. Telecom more bundles. Top up now.
Attention all students, parents and schools. The Smart Start School promotion is back for 2025. Your school could win a school grant worth 44,000 kina. Here's how. Collect 3 empty packets of Smart Start breakfast biscuits, write your name, number and school on an envelope, put the empty packets inside and drop them into an entry box at a registered school. The school with the highest number of valid entries in each region wins. 1,000 consolation prizes are also up for grabs. Register your school now with Paradise Foods Limited. Smart Start breakfast biscuit, proudly made by Paradise Foods.
Meet the bank for everyone, everywhere. As People's Microbank, we were proud to be a bank for the people. Now as National Banking Corporation, we are bringing modern banking to all in Papua New Guinea. With more branches and our friendly staff ready to assist you in more places, we are making money matters simple and fair. So wherever you are, however you say it, say hello better banking. Learn more at nbcpng.com.pg.
Tonight on Sports Scene, will Genia and Brian Onisa join us on set to chat about the Operation Open Heart Gala Dinner, the Capital Rugby Union season launch, and Team PNG Junior weightlifters prepare for Oceania Championships. Sports Scene tonight at 7 p.m. on your number one to watch, MTV.
Dreaming for more than the life we've known. There is more to what the future holds. You need holy man to walk one time. Oh, 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 oh. We dare to believe in incredible things. Oh, 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 oh. With money plus we're ready to go.
This weather update is proudly brought to you by MoneyPlus, with you always.
And now we look at the weather report for the next 24 hours in the southern region. Port Moresby City, cloudy periods with some rain showers and possible thunderstorms. Daru cloudy with few showers, rain and thunderstorms in the afternoon and evening. Karama, cloudy periods with some rain showers and possible thunderstorms. Alotau, cloudy periods with chances of few showers. And Popondetta, cloudy periods with some rain showers and possible thunderstorms.
The weather update was proudly brought to you by MoneyPlus, with you always.
And that wraps up the news, sports and weather for Thursday, the 10th of April, 2025. From all of us here, pleasant viewing and good night.
This news program was proudly brought to you by Smart Start Breakfast Biscuits and Gold Nuggets.
Coming up next.
Number one.